So can you speak about who this HB7 law in Texas, who is it going after?
Okay.
Meaning like
Yes.
the manufacturers, the distributors, and then
That's
who
right.
is it not going after? Meaning the
Right.
women who may
That
take
that that
the
it,
abortion pill.
that's a very important point, as you and I have discussed before. Pregnant women seeking out for themselves or taking the abortion drugs are exempt from being sued under HB7. So we're not targeting that mom. She's in enough distress. And she's not the primary perpetrator here anyway. It's the people who are pushing these drugs. So you're talking about who can a citizen, again, anyone can bring a lawsuit in regard to this, but who are the targets? Doctors who prescribe it, companies who mail these pills, a family member or a friend who orders the abortion pills for their pregnant friend. They can be sued under this provision, and those are the basic categories, but not the mother herself.
Yeah, and I think that's important because not all, but often or sometimes the woman who is taking the abortion pill does not have informed consent. She has been
That's right.
manipulated. The messaging has fallen short for her to have informed consent of what is truly happening.
Hmm.
And there's just I feel like our law is designed to not attack innocent women or people, and it's good to, we don't want to put any innocent women through, into jail, or to have, it just feels like there's, based on informed consent not being regular when it comes to how people are treated in this space. It feels like that's a major concern over going after the women who are taking these abortion pills.
The whole climate, the whole culture, the whole environment we're in is blinding us, and I say us in general, women in society, all of us, to the reality of what abortion is, and that's why it's there. We know that that baby deserves just as much protection as you and I do, and anyone else does. But there is a uniqueness about abortion. It's not an exception to the fact that these babies are human. It's an exception to the fact that normally people know and admit that murder is murder. So you're going to shoot someone in the street or commit some other violent crime or lose a bomb or whatever. It's like people understand that's murder. But when it comes to abortion, it's the only form of murder that is so widespread denied. And that's why we're just not on an equal plane with our friends who say, well, it's murder, so we treat the woman as a murderer. Well, not so fast. Of course it's murder. But is there any other form of murder that is more widely covered up and denied, and people don't even believe that that's a human being? You got to deal with that. That's what makes enforcement of abortion laws really in a category by itself.
Yeah, and the father of lies has done a lot of lying on
Yeah.
about abortion and around abortion. And when it comes to dispelling false beliefs, when it comes to identifying and having truth prevail, this is a space where that still needs to happen.
That's right. Exactly. And the devil has a lot of allies in very, very influential sectors of society. You got the whole media enterprise. Although we've been making progress, chipping away at media bias. We've been making great progress, especially under President Trump. But you got the media bias. You've got of course, for the longest time, the Supreme Court calling it a constitutional right. But then again, we've broken through that barrier now. But all this stuff has an effect over decades of time, and that's exactly what you're pointing to.